Hey, how you guys doing? I got some very interesting news from Red Camera, and they're coming out with a brand new camera line, and that's not what the interesting part is, but they're actually changing their business model because once this new camera line comes out, they are going to be discontinuing all their other lines. Now, the reasoning behind this is going to substantially reduce their cost of support and production costs as well, and perhaps even avoid consumer confusion with too many cameras and options. And that can both sound good and bad, but what does this mean for the consumer? Much reduced price, because since they are going to one camera body, which is the DSMC2 brain, with exactly the same firmware and software features, but they will give you a choice of 3 different sensors. The Monstro 8K VV, the Helium 8K, and the Gemini 5K S35 or Super 35 millimeter. Since they're going to reduce the camera line down like that, and it's going to, like I said, easier to produce, and that since it's going to reduce their cost, they're also going to reduce the cost of the camera to the consumer. Of course, we all knew they do kind of make money with their accessories that are required to operate this camera as well. So it's not like they're going to be losing that much money, but I suspect that in some ways it may actually increase some of their sales. Now, we also see other companies using this type of business model as well, slimming down their line to avoid consumer confusion, such as Apple. Now, of course, I do realize that their iPhone and iPad models have kind of increased since then in the past, but normally they would put out the newest iPhone or iPad for that year and then take last year's model, and that would be your secondary option in reducing the price. Like as I said, of course, I realize they do expand quite a bit more on their previous lineup, perhaps even for their Macs. But I thought that was a very interesting change. It could be both good and bad, I guess, depending on how you look at it. But I thought that was very really interesting in how they're implementing this. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later.